1st, 2024, 5:37 p.m. Update: 1836 ET. After the MSM spent the day in histrionics peddling the falsehood that Trump said Liz Cheney should face a firing squad when he was simply calling her a chicken hawk, CNN panelist Jonah Goldberg offered a mea culpa and has retracted his claim that Trump called for Cheney's execution. This morning on CNN, I referred to Trump's rifles, quote, as him advocating a firing squad for Liz Cheney, said Goldberg. I was wrong to say he was calling for a firing squad execution. After I said that, my co-panelist, Brad Todd, made the case that I was wrong. I let my disgust at Trump's comments get the better of me, as this was the first time I'd heard them. Watch. New. The media's disinformation campaign to confuse voters over Trump's Liz Cheney comment appears to be backfiring. Columnist Jonah Goldberg, who falsely claimed on CNN that Trump wanted to execute Cheney, has issued a correction for spreading the false story. Goldberg, pic.twitter.com/9dbgtxowgp. Colin Rugg, @ColinRugg, November 1st, 2024. This is going to make the decision by Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays, Dieldo, to investigate Trump's remarks look even more idiotic. Naturally, this will be strongly condemned by everyone who says he's worried about the spread of misinformation and opposed to the abuse of government power for partisan purposes. https://t.co/5fuabnqdm. Charles C. W. Cook, @CharlesCook, November 1st, 2024. Meanwhile, the Never Trumps are fighting, with Joe Walsh of all people defending the former president. Respectfully, my friend, posting that 11-second clip without the context of what he was saying is deceptive. You should have posted the entirety of what he said. Thanks. Joe Walsh, @WalshFreedom, November 1st, 2024. *****. The left has fabricated a new hit on Donald Trump, suggesting that he said Liz Cheney should be executed after he clearly said she should fight in the wars she advocates for. While discussing Cheney with Tucker Carlson, Trump said, "She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it, when the guns are trained on her face. They're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy." Autism Capital puzzle piece @Autism Capital, November 1st, 2024. Here's CNN. Watch. Donald Trump suggests that Liz_Cheney should be fired upon it's an escalation of his violent rhetoric. My open of today's @CNN This Morning. Cheney just responded to Trump. Shown below, https://t.co/85rj5vgsg3pic, twitter.com/oxv0top. The left has fabricated a new hit on Donald Trump, suggesting that he said Liz Cheney should be executed. Jim Cramer and Carl Quesadilla. On @CNBC, Jim Cramer and @Carl Quintanilla said multiple times Trump said Liz Cheney should face a firing squad. Has journalism become a bad game of telephone where each misquotes the next outlet? Again, @NBC News constantly chides X about misinformation, but lets this crap air. https://t.co/t9qgcxyhnm. Charlie Harper, @CharlieB Harper, November 1st, 2024. Here's Politico senior political columnist repeating the firing squad lie. Jonathan, you typically don't give the condemned their own rifle in a firing squad situation. and the willingness to explain away, well, what he really meant by the firing squad is my point. No price too steep to pay to rationalize an aberrant figure. https://t/co/lfvzq2pqs. Jonathan Martin. The left has fabricated a new hit on Donald Trump, suggesting that he said, Kamala HQ seized and pounced. You're spreading propaganda again. Watch his full remarks. President Trump was talking about how Liz Cheney wants to send America's sons and daughters to fight in wars despite never being in a war herself. hic.twitter.com/our1EIOV. Eddie, at Eddies_X, November 1st, 2024. Anyone with an IQ north of double digits sees this for what it is. Even a Vox reporter is honest enough not only to tell corporate media that they're outright lying about what Trump said about Liz Cheney, but that it's what liberals said for decades. And yes, if Trump called for a firing squad, why would he say Liz should be given a rifle? Face with years of joy. https://t.co/m4newxfmj. Glenn Greenwald, at Greenwald, November 1st, 2024. I understand the Muppet Babies for whom this is their first election, but seasoned journalists, Chicken Hawk, and Would You Send Your Own Son were standard lines 2002 to 2008. Not a single human being thought the Michael Moores of the world were threatening Bush and Cheney. https://t.co/mmfubzal. T. Beckett Adams, at Beckett Adams, November 1st, 2024. At CNBC, Trump never threatened Cheney, you fucking headline liars. Educate yourself. Show the clip of the Tucker interview, liberal assholes. This show with activist Carl Quintanilla is a liberal cesspool. It's unwatchable. Lies, lies, and more liberal lies. Crash Davis, at Crash Davis 8, November 1st, 2024. I don't support Donald Trump, but I also don't support journalists lying to their audiences. And when he says, paraphrased, these pro-war people wouldn't be talking such a big game if they were on the front lines. It is actually not the same thing as saying they should be shot. https://t.co/kyvtfjkv8e. Kat Rosenfield, at Kat Rosenfield, November 1st, 2024. Meanwhile, like clockwork, DNC operative and Biden WH official at Narrowtandon, along with scores of liberals, scream at this Vox reporter for telling the truth, in order to signal to other journalists that the liberal mob will castigate them if they do the same. https://t.co/6skj3g6dvg. Glenn Greenwald, at Greenwald, November 1st, 2024. 259, 0134, 937. More political stories on Zero Hedge. The paradigm shift is here. The Biden-Harris administration wasted nearly $1 billion on misinformation.